You can give a naturalist proof all day long of the resurrection. He will only conclude with a naturalist response until his entire worldview is changed. Jesus didn't really die on the cross. They didn't have crucifixions back then. Here's evidence of crucifixion. All right, crucifixion happened. We don't know if there was a man named Jesus. Here's abundance of evidence of Jesus existing. Okay, Jesus existed, but we don't know he was crucified. Here's records of him being crucified. All right, we don't know that he died from it. Here's the basis for why we believe this. And you can just continue to build up, and then you could even get him to, well, he claimed to be that he would rise from the dead. All right, there's no evidence that he rose from the dead. Here's evidence he rose from the dead. Okay, I guess it's true that sometimes in the world of chance and universal happenstance where universes come into play, then just people suddenly rise from the dead, and this just so happens that he was a really good guesser. Okay, what do we do with that? We have to then dig deeper at the underlying worldview challenges here and say you're leaving out the possibility for these supernaturalism schema to be supplanted for your entirely only naturalism point of view.
Yeah, so the point here is that it's not just about facts and evidence. It's how we view them, how we consider them. And the conflict is between worldviews. It's between presuppositions and not just facts and evidence. That's the point he's trying to make. So that it's a worldview conflict, and that's what you have to get at.
Yeah. So he finishes up here with a very interesting statement, though. He says, what a person allows to be refuted by evidence is all a function of his worldview, his presuppositions. So even the atheists who hate us presuppositionalists, and even the Christians that sometimes don't like us too much, they too are presuppositionalists. They're just in a different camp than the rest of us.
Yeah,
so
they just have a different presuppositional
right.
persuasion. Right?
Which, again, if you watch a lot of William Lane Craig, who is Mr. Classical himself, he will, once pointed at the moral claims, become suddenly Mr. Presuppositionalism. He is no different than Greg Bahnsen or any other well-mannered presuppositionalist in a debate. He will debate by what standard and talk about these presuppositions and worldview argumentation. So even there, we see it leaking out.
Yeah, the ethical, moral argument for the existence of God is basically a presuppositional argument.
Yeah.
What has to be the case for morality to exist? That's a transcendental question, right? And so it's a presuppositional argument, right? That's the idea here.